Hello and welcome, gorgeous Geminis. My name's Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com, and I'm here to do your tarot, astrology, psychic channeling, horoscope for the month of March 2020. Well, we've all got Mercury retrograde until the 10th of March. It actually went retrograde on February 18th, and also I should tell you that there is a thing called a shadow period, a couple of weeks either side. So even though Mercury is actually retrograde 18th of February until 10th of March, there's these sort of little tail ends or beginning ends, these tails that can still affect us. And certainly this time around it very much affected me with my technology. And that's one of the things that Mercury does. It likes to play havoc with technology, so it's always a good idea to back up your devices and not to do anything too technological. If you've got technological projects, they can go pear-shaped when Mercury is retrograde. Okay, so the other thing with it is it's not a great idea to sign important documents during this period of time, because you could find that you have to go back and reassess or revisit the situation. But what Mercury is great for, and that is completing old tasks. Maybe you got something that's been hanging around for ages and you just haven't had the motivation or whatever to finish it. So Mercury will help you with the past, and typically Mercury can bring back people from the past, old lovers, school friends, even old jobs might come back to you. You might just hear that somewhere where you used to work now has a position coming up, and you have to work out whether you want to go back to that, if there's anything there left for you to do, spiritually speaking, or if you can, you're done and dusted and you can move forward. Sometimes it can be a little bit of a trap or a little bit of a test just to see how far you've come. Okay, so we'll go to the board now, and I'll go through the horoscope and then do some cards for you. Okay, so here's a zodiac wheel for March for you. And what I'm going to do is pick two cards which will be themes for the beginning and end of the month. Gorgeous Geminis. That one's just literally jumped out at me. I don't know if you saw that. It's the Nine of Cups. This is your wishes coming true. You might have been hoping and wishing for something for a very long time. And with this energy, the theme of this is that your hopes and dreams can come true. Okay, they mightn't come true this month in March, but you can make substantial progress in, getting your dreams to become reality. So this woman here, she's actually on the ground, so she's grounded in practical reality. This is not, even though they're dreams, there's some practicality involved here, and she needs to take action. She's got red legs, so action is required. We've got water here from the subconscious, and then we've got this genie coming out, which is in blue for self-expression. Hopes and dreams, whatever they are, they require some sort of expression in some form. And she's got the lamp here in a gold colour, which is sort of fitting for the solar plexus. So confidence, achievement, feeling proud of yourself because you've really accomplish something that you've wanted to for a long time. All right, so the other theme for the month, so that's hopes and dreams coming true. The other theme for your month, that one is just calling me so much. Okay, it's the Hangman. So this is not a bad card. It just means, yes, what you want is coming, but like all things that are good, there's a delay. You have to wait. This is sort of like I'm pregnant. I know I'm having a baby in March, but I don't know exactly what day, and I'm getting really frustrated because down here in Australia it's still hot, and being pregnant in the heat is hard, and it's get this baby out of me. And that might be what you're feeling, like a little bit impatient to get the ball rolling. Okay. The Hangman, this is the time between the end of the cycle and the beginning of a new cycle. Okay, so it won't happen straight away, but it will happen. In numerology, it's the end of the cycle 9, then you go 0, then you go 1, and you're away on a new cycle. Okay, so if you've got impatience, manage it, because whatever it is that you're looking for, you're starting a new cycle, it's coming. Alrighty, let's have a look at your horoscope now, gorgeous Geminis. Now the 5th, we see Venus, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong page. Venus joining Uranus on your 12th house here. So here's Venus joining Uranus in your 12th house. So this is all about your spirituality. You could be having brilliant flashes of insight and really find your own intuition and psychic ability going from strength to strength with Uranus here. With Venus coming in, these are likely to be pleasant flashes rather than unpleasant, and it could involve love, beauty, peace, harmony, sharing, caring, and you could be having beautiful dreams at night, and you wake up in the morning and it sets the tone for the whole day so that you're feeling fabulous. It's a beautiful energy. Probably also gives you very much an interest in metaphysics. You might be thinking about doing psychic readings or doing astrology yourself, in fact. Okay, the 9th sees the full moon in your 4th house here. This is home and family. So full moon's always about transformation, and you could, find you're thinking about relocation to be closer to family, or relocation to be further away from family, whichever. But a full moon doesn't sort of denote exactly what the changes are, only that transformation is taking place in your home and or your family. So it could be family members or your actual physical home. And because it's, it's here in the 4th house, it could also be your garden, not just your physical home, but outside in the garden, things could happen as well. Now the 17th sees Mercury joining the Neptune and Sun. Joins Neptune and Sun. Okay, here we are here. Mercury moves into the Sun's there and Neptune's there. Yeah, so Mercury's moving into your 10th house. This is about your career and your reputation and status, your public status. And you might find there's lots of messages coming about work, and these could be, especially with this happening down here in your 12th house, this could be about you changing job, okay, looking for another job, a better job. Okay, so, and they're likely to be very inspiring sorts of messages, motivating you to take further action. Okay, the 20th sees the Sun, and the 24th sees the new moon moving into your 11th house of friends, groups, and hopes and dreams. Now here's this hopes and dreams here at the beginning of the month. So this can all work together. Isn't it beautiful how the tarot and astrology can be complementary systems to each other? So there's with a new moon there's new starts. You may develop new friends or start a new group or go to a new group. And with the Sun there also implies that you're going to get a lot more insight and awareness into a situation regarding the people that you actually associate with. The 22nd sees Saturn over here move into your 9th house of higher mind and learning. Now, big bad Saturn, people often talk about how difficult Saturn is, but you know what? It's not that difficult because Saturn just wants to show you that you can respond to a situation. And moving into your 9th house here, higher mind, you could be looking at studying, So you might decide that you want to, get a new job and you need to study in order to do that. Saturn, which is here in your ninth until July, will give you the energy to study if you wish. He may also give you some energy for overseas connections or travel, but that would be best if it is structured so that you plan it out. Saturn doesn't like really to take risks. He likes to be stable and secure. So if you are traveling, make sure you take insurance and you plan everything out in advance. That's what he likes. He likes it all organized and nothing left to chance. Okay, so you might have more to do with foreigners or foreign countries there. With Mars, also Mars is here, is moving into the ninth, so you're likely to be filled with inspiration and motivation and want to take action and go ahead and do it. Okay, so I've put here spiritual surprises with Venus and Uranus over here. Anything could happen, so just be prepared to be pleasantly surprised. Now let's look at the month week by week, and we'll see what comes out for you, gorgeous Geminis. I'm going to pull a card for every week, and I've already pre-shuffled these. Back, that one. I want that one. Okay, closing my eyes now to see what I can see for gorgeous Geminis in March 2020. I get the sense of a tent, camping. I don't think it means actual camping. I think the pull of the travel is very strong. Okay, so even if you're not a traveller, some people don't like it. I mean, I know it can be, uncomfortable sometimes. But with Saturn there, as I said before, plan everything out in advance and be structured about it. But yeah, I'm just getting that pull of travel. And there might be some delays on that. Okay, if you're thinking about any sort of travel, you may be delayed until the appropriate time. Okay, it does mean delays, hanging about, waiting in general. So it might not be travel, it could be anything in your life in the first week. Okay, and then we're going to go to the second week of the month for gorgeous Geminis. That one's really calling me there. Okay, closing my eyes. Money. I see coins, which means change. It can also mean money. The other thing I see is like a drum, and they're saying march to the beat of a different drum. So it's time for you to be unique and innovative in the second week of the month. All right, and we come up with the Ace of Swords. Okay, some people don't like swords. I've got no problem with swords. Swords are all about cutting, dissecting, classifying, making a decision. I know some of us don't like to make decisions, but they do need to be made. The swords energy here is about your logical, analytical thinking. We do need it, especially when we're dealing with money, okay? You can see spirit is coming out of the cloud here, a hand coming out of the cloud, is handing you the ability to make a decision about something new beginning in your life. Because it's the Ace of Swords, this is a new beginning. There's also lots of butterflies around here, dotted here, there and everywhere. And they represent new beginnings. So it's like here you've been waiting for something to change, to start, and then a decision is made on how you can start it. It could be in any area of your life. It's just sort of saying you're thinking about it. Could be relationships, work, study, anything really. Third week of the month in March for gorgeous Geminis. I'm going with that one. Closing my eyes now. Yes, the door's closing to the past. There was still some light there happening behind that door that is closing off. Maybe you were still getting some value out of it. It might be a hard decision to make because there is still value there. I see that light, and it was giving you some awareness and insight into a situation. However, there is this pull of moving forward, and that's what you're going to do. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so this is a great card to fit with what I just said, because the Wheel of Fortune is turning. You're about to start a new chapter in your life, okay? And this is a very positive sign, or a positive portent of things to come as the wheel turns and a new area of your life comes into focus, and a set of new beginnings as well. So that's a really beautiful energy there. And you know, it's almost like it happens without a huge amount. I mean, you may need to take some action and put some effort into it, but spiritually it's meant to happen, that you're going into this new phase, a new chapter in your book of life, gorgeous Geminis. All right, so now we're moving to the 4th week of March. 4th week of March. I've got the colour blue. It's a stone, a shiny blue stone. This is all about self-expression. Lapis lazuli, healing. What? The words are healing your emotional aura. And there's some signs. I'm seeing some glyphs, and they look a bit like Neptune with a trident, the Neptunian trident. And this is coming out of your emotions, okay? So a lot of blue. They're saying self-nurturance is very important at this time. Okay, 4th week of the month, self-nurturance. And we come up with Wands, and this is this 8 of Wands. Okay, new decisions, brilliant flashes of insight, brilliant inspirational energy coming to you, okay? Something could happen very quickly, okay? So she's flying through the night sky. They're actually baseball bats that have been turned into brooms, okay? So 4th week of the month, get on your broom and fly. That's what you can do. And this is the flight within, and your brilliance and your creativity coming to the fore about what you should be doing, okay? So you might have some really creative ideas in that time. Okay, and last few days of the month, and we're looking for gorgeous Gemini's March 2020, that one. Closing my eyes now, gorgeous sewing, embroidery. Okay, so this is about the creativity just here. This is flowing on from the creativity. I mean, that's fine if you want to go sew, but I think we're looking here at a symbol. What I can see is this like embroidery, and you are embroidering your own life. This sort of tapestry, you know, sewing I can see on the hoop in front of me in spirit is your life. It's up to you to tell your own story and to embroider the details into that sewing. You know, we have karma and our destiny that we bring when we come here, which are the broad brush strokes of what's going to happen in our lives. You know, I'm getting older now, and if I decide I want to be a man, I could probably go and have surgery and live as a man, or pretend I'm a man, or whatever. I'm really not a man. I was never meant to be a man. It doesn't matter how I try to fool myself. I'm not saying this for other people, I'm saying this for me. The broad brush strokes are already down on my hoop of my life, that I will be a woman. I can go and I can choose to do something different, but those broad brush strokes are down. So if I go sewing over the top, it's just going to look a bit crazy, because we've got new stitches on top of the outline of what was supposed to be. Now, you know, I'm not talking about transgender people, or please don't think I'm, you know, in any way being judgmental about their decisions. Their hoops could already have them down as the opposite sex, you know. But in my particular case, no, I'm a woman, and you know, we can't really change that for me. And we come up with the Seven of Wands. This is a fiery sort of inspirational energy, giving you a lot of self-confidence. It's like in the past we're moving away from a situation which was difficult, and now we're getting stronger. We've got plenty of decisions to make because there's swords here. Two are in the ground. That means they're practical, they're physical, they're real. This yellow here is all about self-esteem, goal-oriented behaviour, and happiness even comes from this. It could be travel. Remember I said about the tents before, about camping? Well, this is probably not camping, but there may be some travel involved. This could also mean chakras, cleaning out your chakras in the last part of the month. And you might, really check in and check your thinking, whatever is going on with your thinking in the last part of the month as well. 7, I actually get the sense that you may have sacrificed yourself in the past, and now you're seeing you don't want to sacrifice yourself anymore, and you want to move on, and that's what you're doing. You're moving on to a new chapter of life. Gorgeous Geminis. Well, I do hope that you found this useful. Please leave a comment. Let me know what's going on for you in your life this month, and give it a like if you found it helpful. Care and share, I would really appreciate that, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. But most importantly, please have a wonderful month, and I will see you again soon for the next horoscope. Thanks again, and bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.